I think in the RGB color space, there's about 16.7 million colors that we can choose from. And imagine if I paid $100 for each of those colors. That would be $1,670,000,000. Oh my God. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of RossDraws, and today I'll be coloring this line art. But every color I use costs $100. And where is this $100 going to? Well, right now I am hosting a Draw the Senior Style Challenge, and I've done quite a few of these before, but this one's gonna work a little differently because I'll be giving you the file with all the lines. Stick around to the end of the video to learn more details about the challenge and how to participate. And all the money that I spent today coloring this piece will go directly towards the winners of the Draw the Senior Style Challenge. So here are all the colors that I can pick from, and there are about 30 colors on here, which means that the prize pool can go up to $3,000. But just to make it a little more interesting, one of these colors costs $500, but I won't know which one it is until I buy it. My goal is to create a really cool illustration without breaking the bank. I think I'll start with Nima's skin. Let's go with salmon. Salmon is $100. Here you go. Oh no. For this piece, a lot of my audience know my work as painting. You know, I like to use a lot of textures and light effects and just attack the canvas and be really messy. But lately, I've been really inspired by kind of anime and manga artists, and it's just so masterful how they can control the line weights and make something look so pretty. And I wanted to practice that, you know? I think there's such patience and mastery that comes with line art. I haven't really done line art since like middle school, high school. I spent around 6 or 7 hours on this line art, and I'm actually really, really proud of it. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so messy. We're gonna be here forever. So we just used salmon. I used it on face hair and Nima's skin so far, and it's time to buy a new color. And I want to buy punch. I haven't heard of that color, but let's choose punch. Here you go, $100. Okay, most expensive pants ever. You know what, let's just start with the pants and then we'll see what we get. After working on this piece and all the lines, I have so much more respect for anime artists and manga artists. Like, it takes so much work to be able to like do 24 frames a second, full color, doing all the lines, the cleanup, the coloring. It's just so hard. And this is one frame, this is one illustration, and it's taking me hours. Can you imagine if I got hired on like a Ghibli movie? I feel like I'd be the slowest working employee ever. I'm going to color the shadow part of face hair using the same color, punch. I'm not 100% sold on that. I'm just trying to save money right now, so I might switch it in a bit.
That's white.
What?
That's white.
I'm erasing.
That's a color.
I'm erasing. What are you talking about?
White is number 30 on the list.
You don't rip that. Making all these lines, the cleanup, all the colors. Oh my gosh. Pay animators more. I guess I already bought white. Let's color Nima's kimono, and I'm gonna choose dark navy. Guys, that's $400. This is so expensive. This is the worst game I've ever played in my life. This here costs $400. Yeah, when you guys grab this file for the Draw the Senior Style, don't laugh if there's any kind of like raw or bad line work. You know, this is really hard, and I don't do this often. It's not my trade, so don't laugh at me. You know what? Let's just keep adding navy to this piece. So we're gonna add it to the sword. Why not? Let's also add it to face boot. Let's just overuse this navy. This is looking very patriotic, very American. I've milked this dark navy as much as I could. So it's now time to buy the next color. You know what? Let's do some skin tone. Blush. Take my money, I want blush. Okay. Yeah, so right now, I kind of am approaching this with choosing the most important colors first. And I think that's really teaching my mind how to narrow in the most important aspects of the painting. You know, I'm not trying to Like usually if I were to paint it, I would just kind of attack it and use any color I want, but I'm really restricted to just certain colors or else I'm gonna lose all my money. So it's really teaching me how to kind of like narrow in and focus on the big picture and what will make the most impact. Let's use cool gray. Here you go. Dang. Yeah, so I'm gonna use this light direction as an aid for Nima's hair. Yeah, I think many people think shading hair means that they have to add a lot of little lines, you know, because we have millions of hair on our head means there's millions of shadows. But I don't think this is totally correct. The way I was trained, I think it's usually better to group our shadow shapes together and simplify the form. And so this is a representation of someone adding a lot of strokes for the shadow of the hair, and this is without. And you can see there's a little more sense of flow and rhythm to these shapes. So the next time you're trying to shade, think about the best way to group everything together and see it as a big picture. Ooh, guys, it's coming together. I think it's time to buy a new color. Faye's hair needs to have a little more contrast. It looks a little kind of muted as one color. And so I'm going to purchase maroon. Here you go. There we go, that's what I needed. Just a little bit of pop there. I was hoping that I could get away with not using black in this piece, but I think I need to punch out some of these shapes. And so I would like to purchase black. Nice, black, I missed you. Okay, I'm actually gonna fill the whole background with black. I think it can make both the characters pop from the page. Also, we'll use black on some of the shadow shapes on Nima's kimono. Yeah, I feel like as a digital artist, sometimes we take color for granted, you know, because back then they didn't have the computer that can choose all the colors. I think in the RGB color space, there's about 16.7 million colors that we can choose from. And imagine if I paid $100 for each of those colors. That would be $1,670,000,000. Oh my God. Yeah, in art school, especially the traditional ones, all of these supplies can cost us so much money. You know, the brushes and the paint palettes and the actual paint, acrylics and oil. So to all the digital artists out there, do not take color for granted. There it is. I feel like that's working really well. Yeah, I think growing up, I was really into this inking technique that I learned from, I think, John Park. He was a huge inspiration to me back when I was like in art school. He like created all these robots using just an ink brush pen. That was really cool, and I try to kind of incorporate more inking brushwork into my own work. Yeah, I think Nima's hair is blending in a little bit with Faye's cape, and so I'm trying to use this inking technique to pop her out. Okay, this black was like the best purchase. Just a quick check-in. How much money have I spent? $800. $800 for this? I want to bring in a pop of color. Faye's orb is kind of like a cyan iced teal, and so I would love to purchase cyan. 100 bucks? Oh my gosh, $900 already. $900, okay. Just a little bit of pop. Oh man, this pop is expensive. Yeah, it just needs some dynamics. You know, it's looking a little like vertical, and so I want our eye to maybe travel around the canvas. Okay, this might be the worst buy that I'm gonna do, but Faye's orbs are fire, ice, lightning, and right now we only have ice and fire, and so just for the lightning orb, I'm gonna purchase yellow. But I'm trying to choose between whether if I want gold or yellow. I think I'm gonna go with gold. I would like to buy gold. Yeah, that's gonna be my second to last color.
For $100.
I was like, dude, okay, fine. All right, gold. Woo! Guys, we had to have that lightning in there, dude. Oh my gosh. That's literally all I wanted. This one freaking stroke with $100. I think the last Drop This in Your Style I ran was last year for Bloom 2, and that one was so crazy. There was like thousands of entries, and everyone's work was just so good. And the reason why I'm currently running this one is because of True Colors, my newest merch collection. This is like the most amount of merch I've ever released. You know, we have metal prints, we have sketchbooks, and the Nima book is back in the store. And so the main reason why I'm able to keep making these videos is from your support. So thank you so much, I'm so grateful. If you want to check out the collection, head to RossDraws.com/truecolors. Yeah, this is looking super solid, and I'm just gonna finish it off with the eyes. So this eyeball is like pure white, and we do not want that. Yeah, usually the color of the eyeball is more of like a light gray. And then I'm gonna use pure white for the highlights. And there we go. I like it. You know, if there's one thing that's a little off for me is the color of Faye's cape. It looks gray here, and it's more of like a super light gray, more of a white, but I don't want to use white for the cape or else it'll blend in with Nima's hair. And so let's see what color we have. Okay, we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, I just realized I spent $1,000. You know what? I think it's important. One last color, and this is it. This is gonna be the final one, okay? I would like to purchase warm gray.
Warm gray, that'll be $500.
What? $500? You're lying. This can't. This is. You're lying. Show the camera. I don't believe you.
Oh no!
$500 for this? Never mind. I don't need warm gray. I mean.
You already bought it. You gotta pay.
1, 2. How about 400? There's some haggle going on. You know. 400. That's a lot of money. You can get a lot of things with $400. This is like a PS5. Ooh. Man, here you go. $500. Ooh. You took my pen! Warm gray. This is stupid. I hate this. All right, chat. If you had $500, what would you buy? Let me know in the comments. I am gonna try and add warm gray to this whole piece. This is making me mad. You know what? Faye is gonna gain a 4th spirit. That's the color of warm gray. This is a pretty good purchase. You know, it's adding a little bit of dimension, a little bit of warmth to Faye's cape. I think the only thing that looks flat to me is Nima's kimono. You know what, guys? We burned the mystery 500, so I'm gonna buy one last color. I want charcoal. Here you go. I already know how much it costs. All right, charcoal. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, we added some light onto Nima's kimono. It's adding some dimension, popping it out, a little more impact. You know, it was kind of falling flat with the background a little bit before. Those were 2 really good buys. I didn't want to, but I think it improved the piece. I will probably, you know, work on it for a few hours on my own time. Let's show the reveal. So this was the final piece, and this challenge was super fun, but challenging and expensive. I ended up using 12 colors, even though I feel like my brain registered this as 5. This challenge definitely made me think in a whole new way. You know, I was approaching this as what's the most important things first. I built up from the big shapes and I narrowed in on the little shapes. And I feel like that's the way we usually design. You know, we look at the overall picture and then we go in and add little details and accents. This challenge gave me a whole newfound respect for people working in manga, comics, and anime. You know, there's so much you can do with like light, shadow, and line. Super effective. So we ended up spending $1,600. This money is gonna go to the winners of the Draw This in Your Style challenge. And so now you can download the line art file in the pinned comments below. You can color it, you can paint on it, you can redraw the whole entire thing in your own style, but keeping the general poses. For more information, you can head to my Instagram, RossDraws. Make sure you submit your final on Instagram using the hashtag TrueColorDTIYS by October 20th. It's gonna be awesome, so bring it all you've got. We might even make a whole entire video out of all the entries, and so bring it. There's a lot of money on the line, and I can't wait to see it. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, every day is a color dodge day.